Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, I'm going to be reviewing an old western film. And I figured I would do it since, well, I review lots of old films to begin with. So today's feature is Ghost Patrol. So yeah, this is the one we're talking about because usually when it comes to this genre, I would often talk about the old western films anyway. So there's that. Yeah, that's the thing. Though, for when it comes to the more up-to-date modern Western films, they just don't have the same charm to them, I guess you can say. And most of the time, when it comes to this genre, usually I would just talk about the old stuff. I mean, often they're the more obscure stuff. But then again, I'm usually doing that with my channel anyway, when it comes to other genres to begin with. So, yeah, I'm doing it again, reviewing something from long ages ago. It's low budget. So yeah, this one was, yeah, you can tell it was quickly made, which it was. But whatever, it's fine, I suppose. Anywho, as usual, I have to talk about the plot, so let's get into it, shall we? So here we go. The premise of this film is relatively straightforward, which is fine. As there is this professor type character that invents this kind of thing that makes this, I guess you could say, this kind of engine stop running. He and his invention are captured by this gang of robbers. So the thing is that there is this federal agent kind of a thing whom is sent to go after him and rescue him. So he's basically using the whole Wild West as a setting for this professor character, this kind of story, where he has this invention that will bring down planes, causing them to crash. And yes, there's this character who is forcing him to use it to come out as who he is deeds, I guess you can say. However, when the character Tim arrives to investigate, he is mistaken for a outlaw, so he assumes that identity to force this individual to make him a partner. But just as a plane bringing Tim to help is arriving, his identity is revealed. In the film, we do have a main character pretending to be like this outlaw. He and his buddy end up fighting some crooks or whatever. Yeah, there's this thing to really crazy Ray and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the main character is supposed to be this government agent looking into how, how are all these various mail airplanes start being brought down, being destroyed or whatever. I guess being brought down, knocked out from the sky for some reason. But yeah, this is definitely one of those types of things, of course. And yes, yeah, you're gonna see it's kind of a mixture of like it's gonna be like a sci-fi kind of a thing. So yeah, that's definitely a kind of a thing that you're gonna come across with this kind of Western type movie. So I mean, I guess they're trying to have something a bit, I guess a bit of a mixture, trying to keep things interesting. Okay, while I wouldn't exactly call this a masterpiece by any means, it's not Shakespeare, but it does have its moments. Of course, pretty much the entire film, you can see some action set pieces and whatnot, trying to keep you entertaining, I suppose. And that definitely was. It has moments, I guess say that. I mean, again, like I said, this wasn't exactly high art by any means, but like I said, it has its moments. I mean, yes, I've seen better Western films, and I've reviewed better Western films, but I did appreciate the fact that they're trying to keep it a bit of a mixture, I guess, of genres. I mean, okay, this wasn't the only time I've reviewed a Western that's done this kind of a thing. Sure, I've seen and I've reviewed other films of the genre of Western that did try to mix it up with another genre and whatnot. And it doesn't always work, sure, but there's an attempt there, so I'll give credit when credit is due. The acting, for the most part, is pretty solid, especially from the actor who plays the main character. It brings the character to life, so again, I can't really complain too much. some areas in the film that does need a bit help, of course, obviously. But yeah, when it comes to the budget, there's not a whole lot to work with because, as mentioned before, this is actually pretty cheaply made, as I would, review this kind of films anyway from long ago. But that's fine by me. It doesn't bother me really because I would review these movies from long ago anyway to begin with. And yeah, they're usually the obscure stuff that hardly anyone would talk about, but I'll talk about it anyway, obviously. But yeah, the overall story, like I said earlier, it's fairly straightforward. It doesn't overcomplicate anything, which is fine. It's pretty straightforward, and sometimes that's the best way to keep it like that. No need to make it extremely complicated, make it extremely complex or anything, but no, sometimes simpler is better. The airplanes are falling from the sky for some reason, and he must be dealt with right away. So yeah, folks, this was um, an interesting one, I guess you could say. So yeah, I didn't hate it. Didn't hate it really. So what I can say is that if you have not seen this movie, I say check it out. Because if you're one of those people that's into like those, what do you call it, vintage Western films, then this one is definitely up your alley. Because it's really old fashioned in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. But anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 6.5 out of 10. It's a 6.5 out of 10 for me. And as always, thanks for watching and take care. Till next time, see ya, boy. Later.